All right, let's dive into an incredible story unfolding right now in Vietnam. It's about massive ambition, a huge challenge, and, you guessed it, a multi-billion-dollar opportunity. This is all about a nation racing towards a high-tech future and the absolute gold rush in training that's making it all happen. So, Vietnam has this bold vision, right? They want to be a tech powerhouse in the region. But that dream is hitting a really serious wall. Why? Because there's one critical resource that they are just desperately short on. And here's the number that shows you the scale of this problem: 200,000. By 2025, Vietnam is projected to be short nearly 200,000 skilled IT workers. Look, that's not just a small gap. That is a chasm that could swallow its ambitions whole if they don't fix it, and fix it fast. But wait, the problem actually goes deeper than just a headcount. It's not just about finding new people. Take a look at the existing workforce. Over 71% of them don't have formal certifications. So you've got this double whammy. They need a ton more people, and the people they already have need a serious skills upgrade. And this brings us right to the heart of the matter. We're looking at a dual crisis. It isn't just one problem, it's two very distinct, very big challenges hitting all at once. Let's break this down because it's super important. On one side, you have the quantitative crisis. That's the raw numbers game we just talked about, that 200,000 person gap. But then on the other side, you've got the qualitative crisis. Get this, a staggering 65% of graduates are walking into jobs without the specific, high-level skills that companies are screaming for. So what are these missing skills? We're not just talking about knowing how to code in a specific language. We're talking about power skills. Things like critical thinking, being able to adapt on the fly, complex problem solving. These are the skills that turn a good coder into a real innovator. And you have to understand, the stakes here are incredibly high. Vietnam isn't trying to fill basic support jobs. They're aiming for the most advanced sectors out there. The government's goal is to have 500,000 cybersecurity experts and 100,000 workers for its new semiconductor industry by 2030. The demand is absolutely massive, and it's hugely strategic. So when you're facing a crisis this big, how on earth do you solve it? Well, the answer seems to be a coordinated three-pronged response. Think of it like a three-legged stool. For it to be stable, you need all three legs: academia, the private sector, and the government to be strong and working together. Okay, so leg number one, the academic foundation. This is your traditional pipeline, right? The university system that's responsible for churning out the next wave of talent. And what's interesting is how diverse this landscape is. You've got the big public universities pumping out grads at a huge scale. You've got private schools, corporate-backed universities, and then you have these ultra-premium international universities charging a fortune, really focusing on those global standards and power skills. This whole ecosystem is the bedrock of the talent pipeline. Now for the second leg, the private training ecosystem. If the universities are like giant battleships slowly turning, these guys are the speedboats. They're agile, they're specialized, and they can respond instantly to what the market needs right now. And these private players are plugging the most urgent gaps. You have premium specialists like Pace School that are tackling that power skills deficit head-on. You've got global providers like Inventus Learning handing out the technical certifications everyone needs. And you've even got hybrid models doing a bit of both. They're basically the market's rapid response team. And the third leg, the one that really holds it all together, is the government. They are not just sitting on the sidelines. They are the strategic driver here, creating the partnerships and the incentives to make this whole thing work. And they are making some massive moves by teaming up with global tech giants. For example, there's a partnership with Google that's deploying 40,000 AI scholarships. And a collaboration with Intel is offering a foundational AI course to any citizen who wants it. This is a top-down national strategy to upskill the entire population. It's really impressive. Okay, so you have this huge problem, right? And it's being met with this massive, coordinated response from every level of society. So, What does that all add up to in cold, hard cash? It adds up to this: $7.6 billion. That's what the corporate training market in Vietnam is projected to be worth by 2028. That crisis we were just talking about, it has created one of the biggest training market opportunities in all of Southeast Asia. So let's break that number down a bit. A $7.6 billion market is huge, but where exactly are the sweet spots? Where are the real opportunities? Well, it looks like there are 4 key areas just ripe for investment. First, there's a $500 million gap just for mid-level tech training. Second, there's a massive need for affordable power skills training, something for the 70% who can't pay those premium prices. Third, you've got over 600,000 small and medium-sized enterprises that are totally underserved right now. And finally, there's a huge opportunity in creating trusted accreditation to standardize quality across the board. All right, so knowing where the opportunities are is one thing, but how do you actually get in there and succeed? Well, lucky for us, there seems to be a pretty clear blueprint for market entry. The playbook for the first 6 months is super direct and actionable. Step 1. Partner with the government's National Innovation Center, or NIC. Step 2. Go after that massive, underserved small and medium business segment with simple, easy-to-use solutions. Step 3. Make sure your content is bilingual. And Step 4. Ensure your certifications line up with global standards. It's a very clear, very logical strategy. So let's zoom out. If all these pieces fall into place, what does the future actually look like? Where is this whole ecosystem heading over the next decade or so? The journey ahead looks like a pretty clear evolution. Right now, in 2025, it's all about crisis response, just emergency upskilling to plug the holes. But that's going to change fast. By 2027, you'll see structured training pathways emerge. By 2029, real quality standards will be in place. And the ultimate goal? By 2030, Vietnam aims to be the undisputed training hub for all of Southeast Asia. And this brings us to one final, really crucial thought. What we're watching here is a nation mobilizing on a scale you rarely see to solve a critical problem. And in doing so, it has created a historic opportunity. But, and this is the key part, that window isn't going to be open forever. The time for strategic entry is right now.